Today, we'll be going through the first chapter, which is indices. Now, what is an indices? So, an indices is actually the number on the power which dictates how many times the number is being multiplied by the same base. For an example, we have 2 to the power of 4. This states that 2 is being multiplied 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same goes to any number or any base and index, which we will go through what is the meaning of each of a base and an index. Let's say 3 to the power of 2. This states that 3 is being multiplied 2 times. In this video, I would like to go through certain key informations and basics laws of indices for you to understand and hopefully attempt the questions given. For the first part of this video, we would like to know what is a base and what is an index. Usually, the form of an indices will come through in this notation, a to the power of m. M is the power, so it's called the index. I would like to go through this in another color. So this is called an index. The base is at the bottom, which is the base. Now, there are certain rules that you must apply in the laws of indices in order to understand and efficiently do the question. The first rule is a to the power of m times a to the power of n. You have two same bases but different indexes. In this case, a, m plus n. The powers will add together given the same base. Rule number 2, you have division. A to the power of m divided by a to the power of n. In division, the powers will subtract each other. A, m minus n. A to the power of m minus n. The third rule, you have different bases but same index. A to the power of n times b to the power of n. As you can see, these are different, so you cannot actually apply the first two rules. Thus, you just have to multiply a and b and retaining the power. The next rule is a to the power of m, open and close bracket, to the power of a different index. Now, in this case, you can just simply, I just want to make it in a different color. You just simply can bring these two powers together. A, m times n. Lastly, division with a power outside the bracket. A over b and to the power of n. In this case, you can bring this power to the numerator and denominator. A to the power of n, b to the power of n, b to the power of n. Which is the same thing as a to the power of n divided by b to the power of n. In this case, it only works if that b is not equals to 0, right? So, besides the rules, 5 different rules that we see here, in terms of multiplication, division, multiplication with same index but different bases, and brackets. Besides these 5 rules, there are certain key points to note. First being what we call the zero index. A to the power of 0 example. Anything to raise to the power of 0 will give you 1. And I mean anything that you can test it in your calculator. A to the power of 5, a to the power of 0, 1 or 99 to the power of 0 gives you 1 also. Besides 0 index, we can look at negative index. Now, what do I mean by negative index? Negative index is when your power is negative. Now, how do you make the power negative? Is that you can bring it down to the denominator. These will effectively make your power positive, as you can see here. These two are the same. It's just that one is at the numerator and the other is at the denominator. Next is your fractional index. Now, for fractional index, you have your power to be a fraction. In all of the cases where we have seen, all the powers are integers or whole number. So for fractional index, you have example a raised to the m divided by n. Now what does this equal to? For the denominator, it will be outside the square root, like this. So you can see that the numerator will still be the power of the certain base, whilst the denominator will be in front. So this is n square root a to the power of m, which also is equivalent to n square root a close open bracket to the power of m. And these three are the same thing. And then you can see how the numerator moves, the denominator moves. Now, besides that, m equals to 1, and we will see the different notations. When m equals to 1, you can rewritten it as a 1 over n equals to n square root a. Now, when m is 1, still 1, but when n is 2, we will get a 1 to the power of 2 over 2. In this case, you will still get your square root of a, because the power of a square root is a to the power of half, can be rewritten as a to the power of half, as you can see here. Alright, next, when m equals to 1, n equals to 3. Now we have a to the power of 1/3. In this case, your denominator will be outside, and you will have this cube root of a. So as you can see the pattern of the denominator for the square root. So hello everybody. So actually I've created this SG Maths Tutor as a platform for all students, mainly primary school and secondary school, for them to come here and learn and maybe revise on maths. I will actually be going through topics, basic topics, and then move on to selected questions in a short form video like today, around 5 to 6 minutes, for it to be condensed and easily to be understandable. Now, if you have any other topics that you would like me to go through or you would like to see on this channel, do put it down on the comment section. And also, we have an Instagram page. Give us a follow, show us some support. I'm just doing this out of this quarantine period, to give back to the society, and I hope that all of you will actually enjoy this, find this video meaningful. So thank you. So I'll see you in the next video. I'll be moving into indices questions that I've actually selected. But if you have any other things that you would like to see, do actually drop me a DM or on the comment section. Thank you.